actually import the module. Import the module, that's pandas, and then you start actually, once you have your module, you start doing the operations. So is there anyone having a problem in installing the pandas module? Anyone who has a problem in installing the pandas module? Because once we start from today, those are the NumPy and the pandas will be the most important modules. You can't actually do anything without what? Without those modules. I also want to talk briefly. Yes,
Excuse me, sir.
yes.
My Panda only get installed in Jupyter, but when I tried in VS Code, it doesn't work.
So I told you, you change your kernel, the name of the kernel you are trying to work. You change that one. You give
I'm using Base.
yes. So what you do, just select the base and inside one of the cells, run the same program you are using to install your module. That's either Conda or pip install what? The name of the module. So if you do that, your module will be installed in the base environment, and now you are ready to start importing your module and then actually uh, trying to do the operations you are going to do today. So do that while we are
I also
waiting.
have a concern.
Yes.
I also tried doing the same and it hasn't worked for me. It's been, yeah, I've tried even before the class. It hasn't.
Mhm.
The install,
So
yeah, it
probably you are
works.
connected. You are connected to the internet.
Yeah, I am.
So what you do, just open.
Father,
What to do, just open Anaconda prompt, this one,
yes.
the first one, this
Okay.
one. Once you open that one,
Yes.
and just wait, you give it a minute, then you can see. Now you can just type pip install pandas, and then you click enter. So that one will resolve your problems. Once you go back to the VS Code, select base environment. Yes. So if you do that, your problems will get solved. So is there anyone who has a problem in installing the pandas module and the NumPy? Pandas and NumPy module. So everything is okay. Yes. So we said today we are going to do pandas. Huh?
I'm also trying to do the same.
What?
I'm also trying to do the same
Okay, just give it
to
a minute,
install.
then it will actually install your module.
Okay.
So today,
When I do that, excuse me, sir. When I do that, it's telling me requirement already satisfied.
yes.
Like Panda is in something of a sort, but now I can't. Like from there, like sioni
What are
penye
you using?
naenda after that.
What are you using? Is it a face code or the Jupyter one?
I'm using VS Code right now. I've gone to Anaconda prompt, and it's
Does
telling me
does
that
does, does this
requirements already satisfied.
part reads a base? This one here, you can see
Which
mine. Is the part selected as a base?
um
Do that. Select this option here. If you click here, maybe the name is different. Just click that option to tell you to actually select it will give you the name of the, if you do this of mine, you can see the number of list of the environments available. So I said select
okay,
the base environment.
okay,
So if you do that, you
okay.
get your problem being solved. So today we will use we will carry, we will create data frames, and then we try to do operations on data frames. So the first thing to do is to import the modules we are going to use. So the first module is that we need to import pandas. Yes. And then we said we import pandas as BD. Why as BD? Because we said now we are not going to type pandas name, we are just going to use the BD names. Okay, another one we are going to use is the import the number module. So import the number module, and then you run those two modules, and then now if your program runs successfully, it means now your modules are ready to be what? To be used. Yes. So if you see mine here, mine is not ready. You can see my program is trying to connect to the this environment or connect. So I need to give it some minutes. Yes. So we want to create, first of all, we want to create a dictionary. We'll start from a dictionary and then convert that dictionary into what? Into a pandas data frame. Yes. Do you remember how to do that? Yes. Do you remember how to do that? Okay. Just give it a minute so that my actually VS code will be ready. Just a minute. Do you remember how to create the nini? Okay, can you remind yourself? Just create a dictionary, a simple dictionary. Create a simple dictionary, and then I will remind you how to create a data frame from the dictionary. Just create if your machine is ready, just create one dictionary, and then I'll tell you how to convert your dictionary into the data frame. Yes. So actually, what you need to know once your data once your data has been converted into a data frame, once your data has been converted into a data frame, what you do is that you actually can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes, you can.
can.
Okay, okay. So I'm saying once you have your data, once you have your data in the form of a data frame, what you do, you actually start now doing the operations. The one which you have been actually using in Excel. Yes. So in most cases we'll be using built-in modules. If you remember built-in functions. If you remember something like let me remember one of the built-in modules we have used so far. Let me remember. Uh, there are so many. If you remember yesterday, we tried to use the np.min. So that is a built-in function. If you run that one, we saw that it will display the it will display the mean of the file the those the it will display the mean of what you want to find. That's what we find. We actually uh, yes. Meantime, just create a data frame. I've given you what. Just create a data frame, and then just create a data frame, and then I will show you how to do the conversion. Yes. So this is now the problem of VS Code. It will take a lot of time to actually. Yes. So you just need to give me some minutes. I want to use the VS Code. So can I see the those who have created a dictionary? Those who have created a dictionary, can I see the answers? Can I see the answers? Send them into the WhatsApp. Send them into the WhatsApp so that I can see. We're just reminding ourselves about the yesterday work. Yes, just send the answers. And I have also another question. I have also another question. So in a PS code, in a or in list, uh, actually, if you let's say you are getting a list of these values. Let's say you are getting a list of these values. So the first value is the what? Is uh, the first value is maybe given as 4, and then the next one is 5, the next one is 6, the next one is 7, and then the next one is 7. So what I mean is that we have 7 appearing what? 2 times in that list. So if you run that list and then you try to output, your 7 will be what? Your 7 will be outputted 2 times. That is in a list. But if you do in a tuple, if you do that the same thing in a tuple, you'll get only 1 7 being what? Outputted. So my question is, why is it happening? Why are we having two same values being outputted in list wide in tuples? We only get one of the value. One of the value. So if you have an answer, yes. So I can see someone has created those dictionaries. Yes. Uh-huh. Anyone who has having, I've already asked that question. Anyone with any idea on how to answer that question? Anyone? So let me actually, it's very important. Yes, so no one has any type of those uh, answers. So let me, it's happening. Mhm. Yes. So let me see. Let me see. So, trying to open to run the Jupyter. Yes. So I think it's actually fine. Yes. Yeah, fine. Python. So my question. Let me try to explain my question. Let me try to explain. Let me try to explain my question here. So this is what I'm trying to say. I said if we create a x list named x, then we say list. I'll just let me put this one, and then I'm saying this, and then yes. So this is what I'm trying to say. If I run this one and then I print what x. You can you can see my my 4 is the same here. My 4 is I outputted 2 times. But if I do in a tuple, let me create a tuple. Y same as 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Now, if I try to print my tuple, that's why I'll get, no, let me use a different data type. Yes, let me use this one. Yes, so this is my question. This is my question. So if you see x as a list and then it has 4 appears 2 times. If I try to print x, I will get 4 2 times. But if I put actually y, this is a set now, and then I try to output that set, I only get one of the four. The four are the 2 here. So I only get 1. So what's happening? Anyone with an idea on how to answer such? Anyone with an idea? Anyone with an idea on how to search to answer search? So the answers are very simple. The answers are very simple. If you remember, list they are indexed. So list are indexed. It means that actually my value one, this value inside here is being indexed as 0. The 2 is being indexed as 1. So the 3 is being indexed as 2. The 4 is the first 4 is indexed as 3, while the second 4 is indexed at 4. So it means the 4 have unique what? Indexes. So that's why they are being outputted. You can be asked that simple question, and then you manage to do all these things, and then you fail to answer that question. So I've said we are going to use pandas. So let me create a dictionary. So I want to create a dictionary of, just a moment. So a dictionary dictionary of items, which is same as true. I use the curly places. If I find curly places, I say the names, and then I give their values. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Yes, I can give their age, then their age as, so how many names? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no, there are 7. So I can give their ages. That is, okay. So I could start here, give their ID, then assign values. That is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this one. Yes, so I can see my dictionary. What else can I add here? Hmm? Let me add the location. Let me add the location. Let me add the location. Location. Kisumu. Eldoret. So location Nairobi, Kisumu, Eldoret. You can actually try yours. It's not necessary you wait for me. Uh-huh. You see. So let me just make it this way, comma. Then we have let me give their gender. Then I will assign it to, so let me just meant J is M, and then Jane is F, and then we have Ondek is M, D Richard is M, and then Fred is M. So maybe, yes, I'll try to add the others later. So let me check what I have displayed here. So I can put this one. Yes. So what I've forgotten is that these things you should be what in a list. They should be in a list. Yes. So Nairobi tends where? Gender. Yeah. So this one. Then this one starts from here and then ends here. Yes. So I am having this idea.
What about on the ID?
Yes, the ID part. This one. Yes. So my dictionary is ready. Let me run it. Then let me try to output my dictionary. Yes. So you can see my dictionary has been created successfully. So what I do, I want to confirm this dictionary into what? Sorry, into a data frame. So what I do, just give the name of the data frame. That's data. Then I say bd dot data frame. Data frame. Inside data frame, I pass my name of the dictionary, the name of the dictionary, which is D, and then items. Yes. So let me try to output. I have an error. So I am having an error. Let me check my error. All arrays must be on the same range. So let me talk about that one. So we said the lists are similar to what? Are similar to arrays. And then if you can see this dictionary of mine, I was actually trying to count how many IDs I've created so that I know how many names I'm going to assign. So if your names are more than if your names are more than your IDs, you'll get an error because they don't match. Okay, so they should be the same. So my IDs are 7. Let me count the names. That's J, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see. So you can see names are 5 and they are supposed to be 7. So what I do, I want to create empty names. So what I do, I just insert those codes and then yes. So that's my one of the actually namespace that are there. I do this one also. Yes, let me try. So this one should be come here and this one should be like that. Yes. So I've not entered anything, so that value will be what? Would be empty. And all values, all empty values in Python, they are indicated by the nonce. The nonce. That is how Python indicates the empty values. Yes, so that's 7. It's okay. And then let me check the age. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's okay. Yeah. Location 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me create another empty location. That's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to create another empty location. Not necessary. Can just put it even here. Yes. So I do this and then I come here. I make this. Yes. So I am having an error.
Click on the name.
Yes. Oh.
Kisumu is not quoted.
Oh, yeah. That's true. This one. And then
Also on the names, Fred is not quoted.
which one?
Fred on the names.
Oh, let me see it.
Fred. You are missing Fred.
Okay. Yes, I can see it. I can see it. Yes. So that's okay. So let me count the gender. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can add. Let me add those empties. So comma and then empty. Or just this one. Yes. So let me run it. That one and then I run the output. I'm still getting an error. Or at least my same length. So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's okay. H 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to add this one. Another empty 7. I think that's now what? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Similar. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? Mm-hmm. So I'm having this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one is okay. Uh-huh.
See, names are still 5.
The names.
Oh, I'm sorry. You added empty names.
Yes. The empty names here. Just let me give it this. Uh-huh.
I think the locations have an issue.
Hmm.
No, they are okay. Yeah, they are okay.
we can just add names to these empty cells so that we can work with them. You can just add names.
Uh, I wanted to actually use those empty cells. So,
And then under name, the empty cell you have put there that has a space, whereas the other empty areas have got only null points, I think, or it's automatically expanding.
okay, okay. Uh-huh. Yes, so let me just remove. Just type the wrong names. Actually do something else with them. Mhm. Yes, so I've already filled all the empty cells. Yes, I'm still having a problem. So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can't see these things. Mhm. Right. Oh, so
Maybe we can just start with the one that has only
no,
two lists.
just a moment. A moment. I try to solve this. Put this way for easy readability. Yes. Just a moment. Think. Mhm. Yes. So what to do? Let's start the with the. Let me do some of this. You can still achieve what you want to do in a very different items. So I'm still having a
could it be the spaces?
No, maybe.
No, actually mine work with the same spaces vile amezipanga.
So let me just say. Uh, mhm, just then. Mhm, I don't know why I'm having my not working. That is it.
Sasi, we can create these things one by one. Like after creating the list for ID, we run. After that, we add names, then we run so that we can see where the error is. Like after the IDs, we can run that list, that dictionary. I mean, then after that, we add that column for names. We run again. Yeah, hivyo we can.
Yes. So let's just from the basic one. So data. So if yes, so you can see my actually data. It's a data frame, but when a data frame contain only one column like this one, it is called a data series. So that one also should be noted down. Yes. So let me actually now add add what we actually. So let me create now a list. Let me create a list. Let me create a list of names. Let me create a list. Same as then we had Juma. We had we had Jenny. We had Geoffrey. We had Imani. Yes. Let me just actually leave it there. So we want to add this list. So we want to add these numbers of values. These are the names to the data frame. Remember data frame only has ID column. So to do that, what you do, you just come here and then write the. Now I have to start from actually ahead and then backwards because I wanted to do something else. So what you do, you actually do something called filtering out. So yes, so I said you have a list and then you want to you want to add this list now in a column for this data. So what you do, you select data and then inside data, you write the name of the new column you want to be created, that is names. So we will create a new column here, names, and then these names will what? Will take these values of this list. So you say names now is equals to the list. Yes, name equals to the list. So let me see my error. So I need actually to merge this. To merge this. So how many I'm supposed to have? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I just want to merge this. I think this is the right side. And Joyce. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that one is okay. That one should be okay. So why am I having this? I need to, what is it? This Juma, Jenny, Geoffrey, John, Johnny, Frida. What is it? Mhm. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to create another. Yes. So let me run this one and then run it again and then run this one. So try to look now. My data frame has been updated. My data frame has been what updated. You can see now I've added a new column code name and then I have the values. So from this one, it means that to create a new column, what you need is a what? Is a to code the name of that data frame, that's data, and then put a square brackets. Then inside square bracket, you name your new column, and then you equate to the new values now you have. So that's one is okay. So what to do from there? Then let us also try to create something else. Let's ask to create another values, but in this case, you want the edges. You want the edges. You want the edges. Actually 34, 36. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. Let me see. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remove this one. Yes. So these are another list. I do the same. I do the same. Yes, but in this case, I'm just adding the age column now. The name would change to age. So if I update my data frame, you can see my data frame has been updated. Now you can see the age. This is what I was trying to see to whatever. So from there, what value do we need to add? The allocations, huh?
Location.
Yes. Same as two. This one, then we talk about Kisumu, talk about Nairobi, and then talk about uh, talk about yes, and then talk about. So this one you would just need to actually understand them. No need to cram. These codes are online. You can have them, but you just need to understand what's happening. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. And then we had what on. Yes. Let me run this one. And then I do the same. Update my data. If I run this one, you get something that you know they run this. Oh, you can see now I've done something wrong. So I need to run from the app once. So this one is location. Yes. I think now this is okay. So you see, I have now my data frame, but we have already discussed some operations. We have discussed some operations such as how to create a new column and then you add values. So what you do, you have said you name the name of that data frame you have created, and then inside data frame you name the new column, and then you equate it to the values. You equate it to the values you want to add. Yes. So usually let's assume this one is a very big data. Maybe we have actually 10 columns, and then we have maybe 10,000 rows, because these are the rows, the 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. These are rows, and then these are the columns. Yes. Okay. So what we need to do first of all is to actually see how we can access the specific values. How can we access the specific values, either the column or the 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 the, 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 the rows? So what we do, there are several methods. There are several methods, but I want to use the two, and then you go and see the notes for additional methods. So the first one is using the rock location, the rock location. So what is it? So for the rock function, what you need to know is that you are going to access your values from the rows and the column. The first values, if you remember, the first values are for rows, and then the second values are for columns. So you will have something like this. You name the name of the data frame, that's data, and then you indicate by the what? The dot sign, and then you say dot rock. Inside rock, inside rock, you specify now your what? Your rows and columns. So is that okay? Yes. So let me specify mine that I want to access row 4, row 5, and then column, column what? Column 2. Yes. Just. So I've said you specify the first value is for the columns, and then the second value is the first value is for rows, and the second value is the columns. But when you are using log, now you would specify the name of the column. You don't use only numbers. So we give the name of the column we want to access that from. So say H. So let me explain this code. It means I want to allocate the row 5, come here, the row 5 is here, and then the value the value for the age column. So I will go this one, and then this is now my value. Let me see what is being outputted. So I get an empty what? An empty value, which is true. Okay? Which is true because we have said this is the value you want to access. What if now you want to access the range of value? Data dot log, and then inside log square brackets you specify your range of values for the rows. You say I want to access the rows from 0 to 4, and then comma the columns names I want to access is age. Let me just do the age column. Yes. Now what? The age column. The age column. Yes. So let me run this one. You can see now I've said I want to access my rows from 0 to 4. Remember indexing starts from what? 0. If you can see, this is the indexing. It starts from 0. So I want to access my values from that up to the 4. Then you will see you will have what? You will have your those values, and then on which column? On age column. So you will have your age values on those columns you have specified. You can also actually specify range of columns. So what you need to do, you just add a list here. You add a list, and then you add what another column you want to access. Maybe I want to access the names. I want to access the names. Yes. So if I run this, just a moment, just a moment.
Name, not names.
Huh? It's a name.
Name instead of names.
Okay. Yes. So someone paying attention. So you can see I've accessed my rows from 0 to 4, and then the columns are age and name. So you can do, if you have the understanding, you can do anything you want. Okay? You can do anything you want. You can access or extract anything from your data, as long as you need how to do the accessing. So is that clear, or I had some explanation before I go to the IROC function? Is that clear? Anyone with a question on rock location? How you use rock function to access specific rows and columns? Anyone with a question? I think you are okay. So let's go to the IROC function. The IROC function. So what's the IROC? The difference is that now for IROC we can actually uh, access these rows and columns using only uh, indexes. Only indexes. So what to do? I'll just say data dot iroc. Inside the iroc, I specify my indexes. I want to access from 0 to what? To 5 to 4. Those are the rows, and then comma. My columns I want to access from 2 mpaka mwisho. If you understand that one. Yes, so this is how it works. This is how it works. Let me actually output my data so that you can reference. Yes, so this is my data frame. This is how it works. I've said the first values are for the rows. So I want to access the rows from 0 to 4. That's okay. I have my 0 to what? To 4. And then I want my columns from index 2 to the end. Index 2 to the end. I try to explain the function of the colon. The colon means to the end. Okay? So my column, my what? My position 2 is 0, 1, 2. So it starts from H and then onwards. So it means I would have H column and then the location. If you don't want to use this one, I can just say 2 to 3 so that I do the accessing of only the H value. So you can see only H values. Only H values. Let me try to change this one. What if I want to start from the rows now? Want to start from row 3 to row 6. Row 6. So this is how it works. I want to access my rows from 3. That is 0, 1, 2, 3. So I will start from 4 and then up to 6. So that's it. So this is how we actually this is how we were accessing the list. So it is the same way. The same way, only some functions that have been introduced, but it's the same way. So bearing in mind that you also remember that this final value, when you say 0 to 4, it means row 4 will not be counted. I think we discussed that one. We said the last number is not counted. So you minus what? 1. Yes. So that your values will start from 0. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, this is the last value. This 4 will not be what? Like, I don't know if I have that in the explanation, but you would just go and check. It's the same thing. Nothing has changed from what we are doing in the list. It's the same thing. So now that we have finished, we know that how we can access specific rows and columns. Let's go to another concept. Let's go to another concept. So the another concept is that we want to now do the filtering using what? Using the boarding indexing. Do you remember the boarding data types? Do you remember the boarding data types?
Um,
Yes, you remember the boarding data types.
they are for the one and zeros.
Yes, they are either 1 and 0, or they have true or false values. Yes. So let me create a following expression and then I explain how it works. So let's say you are here, you have this data from viewers, and you want to access the but before I do that, let me first of all sort out my data. If you check my data as so many, actually we call them, how do we call them? Dirty. So my data is actually dirty. So I need to make it clean. Make it clean. If you can see, what you can observe with your eyes is that some columns have missing values. Okay. Yes, but you don't need to observe using your eyes. You can observe using the following command. So I need to run this command data.info. I get the general information about the data I've created. Data.info. Yes, it will give me a summary of what I have. It will give me a summary of what I have. So you can see the non nuts rows are what? 7. They are 7. Is that okay? I want to interpret this command. So you can see I have my rows are 7, that is 0 to 6. Okay. Then the columns I have is that I have ID column, I have the name column, and then the age column, and then the location column. Yes, but if you see the location, it is actually spelled as the what? The location B. Is it the whatever? It has misspellings. That's okay. We are in agreement that the location column has a misspelling. Is that okay?
Yes.
So what I do, I want to rename it. There are several methods, but the easiest one is that you see if I want to access the location, I'll just the location column, I just type the name of that column, and then inside the square brackets, I say the what? The location, this name of we have written here. Exact name. Let me copy this name, and then I run it this way. So you can see. So if I just write the name and then the name of that column, access the specific column. But remember, I want to change this column. So what I'll just overwrite this no the name. I would overwrite this name. So what I do, I'll come here and then type like data. Then I give the correct name of that data, location. Yes. Same as to data location. So you see, this is now your data frame will be updated automatically. It will take a location name, this first name. Okay. So if I run this one and I run the data, my name should be actually updated automatically. My name should be updated automatically. Yes. So you can see your location as what? You have actually written the Oh, no, 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 no. Just a moment. Just a moment. What I've done is is actually created a new column. I didn't want that to happen. So let me just correct this one. Let me just correct this one. Yes, I remember. So okay, that's remaining that way so that I add something. But if you see, I've created a new column called location with a correct naming. So that one should be okay. And then it takes the exact same values as what? As of the previous one with what? With incorrect naming. So the next thing is that since I've already corrected this column, now the column, I need to remove that column. I need to remove that column because I've already corrected I have the correct column now. This one is correct. So what I do, I run the df.drop function, and then inside data.drop function, inside drop function, I specify the what? the actually the name of the column I want to be removed. I want to be removed. So in this case, this is the name of the column. This one. I don't want this one because I've already corrected and created a new column. Yes. Hopefully, you just need to understand. You just need to understand the process, and then from there you actually will be able to solve these things. Don't cram because the codes are online. So what I do, just write this name of ours. That is row. Okay, show it, yeah, this way. And then you have another parameters also to specify. You need now to specify your access. So where does the location this word is found? It's found on the columns axis. So we have two axes. We have the row axis. The row axis takes position 0, while the column axis takes position 1. So let me do that. I just say my axis now is same as to what? Is it 0 or 1? Is this 0 or 1? I've said 0 is for the rows and then 1 is for the columns. So is it 0 or 1? Where would I find the location? On the column side or the row side?
The column.
The column side. So I specify my axis as 1 and then I write this, I write this, I write this, I write this. I want to explain this one. So what does this word impressive same as to true means? It means now make my changes. Okay, make my changes on the original data frame. That's the data. Yes. So if I run this one, I don't know why my yes. So far we have run some two two important concepts. The first concept in data frames we have said actually three: how to create a data frame from a dictionary. So you should know that. The second one is how to add now values, how to add columns into the data frame. You saw how I created my data frame with a single column and then I added values using what? Using just writing the name of that data, writing the name of data frame, and then you place the square brackets, and then inside square brackets you equate to the values you want to be what? You equate to the values you want to actually appear in your columns. So let me run this one. So I should get you can see my data frame has been updated. The last one was this one. So I removed this column because I've already made correct changes. So you can see now my actually my data has the correct what? The correct labeling as the correct labeling of the columns. Yes. So let's run again. Let's run again. Let's run again the one important command that is data.info. Yes. So we are going back. Yes. So see this one. See this one. This the D type. So check the D type and observe this one that the ID, if you look at this one, the ID should take what? Should take the int type, the name should take the string type, the age should take the int type, and then the location should take the what? The actually the string type. So string type in data frames they are indicated by the word object, by the word object. Now look at this. ID is int, so that is correct formatting. Name is object, that's correct formatting, because we have said object now represent what? Strings in data frames. And then age is formatted as what? Object. Is that correct or the wrong formatting?
Wrong.
Yes, so we observe that the age has the wrong formatting. And then we have the location. The location is object. So what we need to do from here is to correct the age. So what I do, I need to access my age column. To access that one, you just write the same process, that the name of data frame, and then using the curly brackets, inside curly brackets, you actually write the name of that that what? That column, the name of that column. Yes, if you just run this one, you'll get your values for that column, specific columns. But we need to what? To convert. So to convert, you use actually you use the following. You use the following. So you just need to use the function called the S type. S type. So if you just say the S type and then you specify the data type you want your column to be converted. So this one I will just write the name of that column and then place a dot. It's a dot and then I would say sorry, I would say S type. Yes, I would say S type and then D type. You specify D type should be same as to the what? This one, because you want your age converted to string type. So that's how you do, but in whatever in data frames, when you want to do operations on actually on strings, you need to ask that permission. So to ask that permission, use dot st sdh and then you do now the as type, the as type. Yes, so now I can say just int. So if I run this one, if I run this one, as you know, uh, let me just remove this one for today, and then yes, let me run this one. This error actually is type. So just a moment. Yes, so I said dot page type and then d type, d type, same as to the int 64.
The spelling of D type.
Mm, so why this one is not actually is odd. So this one, I don't know what is it. So this program, sometimes you write them and then they refuse to run. So mhm. So what I do, actually, uh, okay, let me handle different one. So the different one is that we want to actually, let's fill the values first, and then we try to actually run the program again. So if you see the initial data type, you can see the empty cells. So to know the number of empty cells or missing values you have, just write the name of the data and then you write dot is NA and then your brackets. So you would have your actually you would have your actually data frame of the values false and true, false and true. Yes, because you are just asking your data frame to check if your the values for the particular row and column, is it missing or is it present. So if it's missing, you get your what? Your true. If it's not missing, you'll get your false. So, but in this case, you can do now the sum. You do the sum. What you do, just say dot sum, then dot sum with what? With output now the sums. You will output the values. So if you see this one, this one, remember, remember, remember these values here. If you remember, why is it having a zero total values as missing? Because this is the reason. Because when I try to get these numbers, I actually created empty spaces. So the empty spaces, they are regarded as what? As strings. So that one is not empty. That one is not empty. If you come up here, let me go back to what I, yes. So if you can see this one, if you can see this one, let me see. No, this one was okay. Yes, so you can see I have what? This one is empty, but I have quotation, so it means it is a string now. It's not an empty value. So what I do, I wait, I wait, I wait. Now replace those spaces with a value. So I don't know. These things have just, I wanted a different approach, but now because I was unable to create the data frame once, now I have to apply the complex concept before I go through the symbol methods. Okay, so I really don't want that to happen. So what I do, let me just reset. Let me reset. How many minutes do we have? Some 15 minutes. So I wanted a different approach, but this one has happened. So I don't want to confuse you. Let me just try to make this data from of mine symbol, and then discuss the symbol, discuss the symbol methods, and then tomorrow now we will be able to handle these things because these ones have actually, they are kind of advanced. So let me just update my data frame so that it can be easier. It can be easier. complex methods. Some complex methods. Someone mute the microphone. Let me run this one. Let me run this one. And then yes, so this one is actually I've updated this one so that I can talk about the symbol methods, and then tomorrow we will advance. Yes. So let me go back to the concept I wanted to pass. The how you filter out data using boarding what? Boarding indexing. So what you do, you just say for this, if you see the data of mine, and then you see there. Now if you run there, you see when I've tried to run the data.info, you can see now my data is very clean because I have no missing values. If you see for ID, I have 7 values. For name, I have 7 values. For age, I have 7 values. For location, I have 7 values. And then their data is what is the correct the data format. ID is int type, which is correct. Name is object, which is correct. Age is int type, which is correct, and the location is object. So if you look at this data frame of mine, now let's say you want to access only those data with those people with age more than actually 30, more than 30. So what you do, you write a logical expression. You write the name of the column you want to use, that's data, and then the name of the column you want to use. In this case, it is age. Yes. So once I write this one, I will now give my expression. My expression is that this age of mine should be what? Should be greater than 30. So if I run this one, I will just have the values true, false values in my data frame. True, false values in my data frame. So it will tell me that in row 1, the the condition passes. In row 2, the condition passes. In row 3, the condition does not pass. Onwards. Yes. And then we can actually, if we want now to output the data frame with this condition, what we do is that you write the name of the data frame, that is data, and then you place your opening and closing what? Your opening and closing brackets. Therefore, you copy this condition of yours. You just copy it. Let me cut the condition, and then you paste it here inside. So if you run this one, you have your data now. Data now what? Being filtered out. So let's see which values did not make into this data of hours. So the 34 in capital, then 56. So this Geoffrey of 23 haikupita, so haiko hapa kwa hii list. So that's how you filter data using the pooling expressions. Let me repeat that again. So in this case, let me use the ID column to what? To filter out this actually data. So let's say I want now my what? Those people who have their ID, the ID is now 5 or less. 5 or less in number. So what I do, I write the name of the data frame, that's data, and then I access the column I want to use. Use these brackets of mine. Inside brackets of mine, I can now use this one, and then that's the name of the column. This case ID. I can close that one, I can do this. So if you see this one is now my command to access that column. So if I run this one, I'll just have the information of that column. But remember, I need now to write an expression. I need to write the condition. So I've said my this ID number should be what? Less than 5. Okay? Less than 5. So this is a condition. If I run this condition of mine, I'll get just the values of true or false. Because this is just a condition. Now, if you want to be displayed, now your data to be displayed of that condition, what you do, you write the condition and then you write your data, the name of the data frame, you place your card, it is the square brackets. So inside the square brackets, what you do, let me just write this, yeah. Now, no, let me remove this. This is how you do it. You write the condition, this is the condition, and then now you want your data to be displayed of that condition. So you just write the name of the data frame and then you place your square brackets and then you copy everything here, your condition now. You copy it and then you paste it inside these brackets. So if you run this one, you get your data of the condition. So it says I have my values from the IDs should be 1 to 4, which is correct because that's the expression. That's the interpretation of the expression. So these things, if you don't follow my way, you will actually get confused. If you don't follow my steps, you'll get confused because you would like you can see here there are many square brackets. There are so many. So you would wonder where am I supposed to place these square brackets? Okay. But if you do that process or yes, process of mine, you will actually get your answers easily. So you just don't need to be confused. So another way of writing these things, remember we said if you want to access the name of the formula, the name of the column, what you need to do is write the name of the data frame and then make the square brackets inside square brackets pass the name of that column. Yes, pass the location. Pass the location. Yes. So if I run this one, I'll get the name, the information of that column. So what if now another way of writing this one, which is a way which is much faster compared to writing this square bracket. So what you do, just write the name of the name of the data frame, that's the data, and then use that dot and then you write the name of the column. So you don't need to write the square brackets and then square brackets, you write the what? The quotation marks. So just write the location. Yes. You write this one, you run this one, you actually get the same result. So this one is a way much faster. Okay? This one is a way much faster. So let me explain the situation when you need to use this. When you use this, let me just write this. Yes. So I want to explain a scenario where this one must be written. This one. You see, this one is very fast, but there is a scenario where you must write in this format. So the unique situation is that when you are trying to create a new column, you must use this method of writing your your new name of the column as what? As actually in a square, this method. So that is it. If you write this one, you will actually not get the result, this method. But in other cases, you can just use this method. This method, you only use it, it's compulsory to use it when you are getting new columns. Remember we added what? Let me just come here. Let me just come here and then run this data frame of mine. So what if you want to add something here? What I want to, we said if you want to add a column, you just say the name of that column, and then you write square brackets inside here. You write the name of that column you want to create. Maybe it is the item spot. Yes, and then you say they are what? The items are 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So one. Let me delete this one. So I've said this is the only condition you are required to write the way it is using the square brackets. This is the only way because we want, this is when we want to create a new column called item spot in this data frame. You must write this square what? Square brackets. So if I run that one and then I say data, you would say, and then I found that my new column has been created called item spot, and then my values have been what? Added. So don't write this way. Don't write data dot the name of the column and then you run this way. Now you want to create. Actually, you get an error. That one will not work. So that one is clear. Yes. So let's do some more filtering of data. What if now we want to filter using the strings? Let's say we want data dot name should be what? Juma. Want to access the column and the rows with the name Juma. We said when you are doing comparison, you use double equals. I think you remember that one. So if I run this one, I will get values of true, false. So it will check and then tells that's true. The name is found here. Name is not found. Name is not found. Name is not found. So if I want to display now my data frame of that condition, what I use, I write the name data. Okay. Now this one is also very important. This in this case you must use the square brackets. And then I copy this the way it is and I paste it here inside. That's what we said. That's what we said. It is easier. Otherwise, you'll get lost with the number of the square brackets and whatever. Yes, so you can see my data frame has outputted as this with this condition. So I want to explain something also. Just take 2 minutes to explain something. We have what we call logical conditions. So what if my this condition and I want another condition? So we either use or stroke and. We use or stroke and to give multiple what? Multiple condition. Multiple condition we use or and. So let's see here. Let's see here. So what if I also want another? So I can just use or So the sign for or is actually what is the sign for or? Anyway, let me do the and. The sign for and, you use this one. Yes. So let's look at this. So I have a multiple expression conditional. So such that I want my data of containing the name Juma, and then the age should be also 30. So actually these two methods, I will explain them details tomorrow because they are very important. They are very important. But in the case of just running, I can just run, and then what is it? Uh, so and then data.h. So what is it? Perform and with typed. So let me just use the same data dot h, no, not h, but name is same as to j. Yes. Let me just find time tomorrow, and then I will explain this one in details. But know that we can actually use multiple what? Multiple conditions. So we use either and or. So we discuss that one tomorrow in details. But for today, at least you know how to fit the data using the what? Using the indexing, and then you know how to do, you access the specific column. So then, so tomorrow we will actually do some things in details. So yes, so we end the meeting, and then in case you have a question, you can ask. If you have a question, you can therefore meet tomorrow. Yes, so let's meet tomorrow.